Saturday morning. What is it, July 1st? We're climbing Mount Baldy, and this is how we're getting started. We have to climb our first 1,000 feet by ski lift. After we get to the ski lift, will drop us off about 7,000 feet. Then we gotta hike in an additional 3,500 foot elevation gain after that to climb to the top of Mount San Antonio, which is Mount Baldy. That peak is over 10,000 feet high. It'll be the highest mountain I've ever climbed. It's the highest point in LA County. It's the third highest mountain in Southern California. It's going to be a fun hike today. You can see we're going way up there, and ahead of me is some other hikers. Let's see if I can focus in. There's Isabella and 3 other friends from the LA Trail Hikers group ahead of me. They're chicken to go alone, so I elected to go by myself while they teamed up. Be kind of neat to see a bear while I'm up high like this going up a mountain. This is the way to get up a mountain though. I don't think I'm gonna ever want to go up a mountain any other way. But no, this is pretty cool. It's kind of fun. Angeles National Forest. All right. See you at the top. Yep, this hike starts out with a bang, doesn't it? Look what we got to do right there.
Let's run it up, Frankie.
Huh?
Let's run it up.
Yeah, this trail starts out very, very steep right off the bat. Then I think it levels out a little bit at Devil's Backbone. See it a bit. You know, I don't know if you could tell by the camera angle, but this is how steep the climb is right now. We're scaling this, and I mean it is almost like a 45-degree angle, and for a long ways. If I look back, we started the hike right there. That's the top of the ski lifts. Feels like we've gone real far, but we've only gone like a quarter to half mile. And we've already gained that elevation right there. And I mean, we are just going straight up this thing. Fellow hikers are way up there. This is pretty wicked, huh?
This was the wrong trail. You see everyone else going up that easy trail?
This is the way I came last time. This is the little more direct or something. But
There's no rocks in that one or nothing, man. Oh. well, we're here. We gotta go to the top now.
Yeah, it's just like as far as you can see. It starts getting a little better after that.
Cool. Okay.
So I'd say we're about a little over 7,000 feet here. This climb here is like a 45-degree angle.
You're at 8,200.
Oh, 8,200? Yeah. So we got about another 2,000 foot elevation gain and several miles. As long as I can survive this little thing right here, I think I'll be okay.
That's some devil's back right there, right?
All right, ladies, let's don't get cocky
Oh no.
just because you guys got here first.
We're catching ourselves here.
All right, how far do you think we've hiked already?
Like almost a mile?
don't-
25 miles?
I think a half mile.
It
It seems like it's further.
Man, did somebody do their...
I think we've gone about a half mile.
I could do it from here.
It just seems like we've gone a long ways because it was just steep the whole way here.
I think they're...
But
I guess it's
we made it
maybe a mile.
a pretty good
I think it's about...
distance and we conquered a really hard part of the trail.
Really, really hard part. Yes.
It is getting a little, starts a little more mellow here.
It feels really good. I hope that's the reward.
We're in some beautiful forest.
Frank,
Yeah,
that was a little section before you got to Cucamonga, huh? It was like that?
There was.
Was it that bad?
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah. The only thing
Just
that
that
was
section.
kind of zigzag, like little
Yeah.
zigzags.
well, you got to admit this little thing we just did right now. That's
That's how it is before you get a Cucamonga.
that was pretty steep.
And then the ones you get like over here, that's Cucamonga.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That little part, I was like, oh my god.
I'll be ready.
Yeah.
So we're still working our way up to. We've got to go further to get to Devil's Backbone. And that's where the hike to Baldy really begins. This is just what we did was like a little pre-start of the trail.
Challenge. Like it was all mental. I was like, your heart,
See you in a bit.
your
How you guys doing?
Great. I'm feeling great.
Here's some of the first grand views of this hike. See the desert out there? And down there, there's nothing going on down there as far as like roads or anything, huh? Uninhabited areas. And we're almost at Devil's Backbone. Now look what happens if you slide down the mountain right here. Let me see. You can see how steep this thing is. There's no way to stop yourself if you go down that. You go down a ways.
Oh, he did? Yeah. Don't shoot me. What's up, kids? Get over there.
All right, another little slope that we got to climb. That one looks pretty steep right there, Isabella.
Yeah, I'm gonna take breaks. I don't care. How did I do it, right? Morning.
This is the start of the Devil's Backbone because see it's sloped on both sides of the trail. And okay, check it out. Look, there's a couple spots here that you really got to be careful because, and it's pretty safe here in the summer, but in the wintertime, things are a hell of a lot slippier. And if you fell off right here in the wintertime, you'd slide down right here and then you'd go into free fall. And every single year I hear that people get killed. Some incident happens here at Devil's Backbone. And then if you go over here, the same thing happens on this side of the trail. So going up here, you're walking a fine line between life and death. Right, Isabella?
Yep.
But who cares about that? Right now we got to concentrate on that little rock right there, that little slope we got to climb. It's kind of rocky. It looks like a little, like we're doing rock climbing actually. Oh boy. Okay, I just arrived at the notorious Devil's Backbone. And you gotta be really careful right here, because if you look at that trail way up there, and in fact there's people on it right now, that spot right there, every single year there's somebody that falls off that section right there. Hold on. And they fall to deaths because you fall off. Let's see, you come down the chute right here, there's nothing to stop you, and then you go a little ways down and there's a drop off where you actually, so you'll slide down this mountain right here, and then you'll go over the drop off and actually go into free fall. And I mean, the biggest problem is in winter when this is all snow covered. People try to hike that, and I'm telling you, every year I hear on the news somebody died on Devil's Backbone, and somebody told me that's the spot where it most likely happens, or it mostly happens. Now it's a little safer in summer, but because you know it's not as slippery. But if you fall off, if I fall off right now, you know, whether it's snow or not, there's nothing that's going to stop me. Anyways, this is Devil's Backbone. Trail sloped on both sides, and pretty much from here on out, we're kind of skimming the backs of all these mountains. We're on the tops of them now, so we're going to be like walking the backbone all the way to Baldy. Now, I'm not kidding around. Look at this. If I fall off that, I'd go all the way down the mountain. Very, very steep. There's a trail. Look how steep it is. And same thing on this side, except I might be able to stop on this side because there's bushes and things like that, but that's steep too. So this is one of the attractions on this hike to Baldy. The famous Devil's Backbone. Look at that. How steep down that is. And right here. I've fallen behind. Everybody else is way up there. This is really neat up here though. But, so I'll tell you what, see when I go up that trail right there, very narrow in some spots, and I don't think I'm going to be videotaping right now. Just make sure I stay alive. So I'm going to put the camera away pretty quick just for that section. Okay, once again, this is that section I'm talking about. There's Isabella way over there. Trail's a lot more narrow right here. And steep. And there's the chute. And down there's the drop off. See you in a bit.
So that's not really recommended if you want to start with really cold.
Oh shit. That's nice. Okay, we've come a hell of a long ways already. And I believe that we're arriving at the famous Baldy Bowl. Baldy Bowl is often in the news in the winter time and stuff because last year there's somebody killed in Baldy Bowl. But very often there's every winter there seems like there's an avalanche on Baldy Bowl. You know, because this is we're already over 9,000 feet here, and So this is snow-capped much of the year. And right there's always the avalanches right there, the Baldy Bowl. And last year somebody was killed. That was on the news. And then there's somebody that tried to hike across Baldy Bowl and had, I don't know exactly what happened, but had to be rescued by helicopter. This is Baldy here. And if I zoom in, you may be able to see some little dots right there on the side. There's people climbing up the mountain. But it looks like it's a pretty straight up shot to the top. But looking at it, that's, what's that? Yeah. That's it. So I'd say that's another mile maybe, or more, a little more. But looking at that, I can tell you I'm gonna definitely make this peak. That point right there, like I said before, that's the third highest mountain in Southern California. The highest point in LA County, the highest point in the San Gabriel Mountains. So this is the mountain that everybody knows about. This mountain because this is the mountain that towers over LA. And wherever you are, anywhere in LA or suburbs, whatever, you can see this mountain. It's part of the skyline. So all my life I've wanted to climb it, and because of Isabella, I am. To be exact, Mount Baldy is 10,048 feet high in elevation. All right, this is it. We've come a long ways, and this is our final push to the top. Right here, we're starting to climb. Let's see here. I can see all kinds of people. They look like ants from over here. We're gonna be one of those ants a little bit, but right here, okay, right now I'm in the last little level spot before climbing up that baby. And here's another shot of Baldy Bowl. Looks pretty interesting. Treeless. You know, you could right there you'd see how in the wintertime it's kind of like a glacier or something scrapes along right there. All right, here we go. I'll see you in a bit. We're starting to climb.
Morning, everybody. These are fun. They're fun. Oh no, are we taking the ski?
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, we're not that close.
But they have a trail. That's why there. Okay.
Well, it's a road. It's a dirt road, right?
Yeah.
Right.
There's people walking up. I figure we can walk up next time.
Did you end up parking at the lift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's that little trail. Okay, that little trail connects to one that you make a right.
Oh.
We took that one. If you go left,
That one goes by the falls, doesn't it?
yep, that's 2 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, but
2 extra miles before it gets to where you connect to go even higher.
that's kind of they say that's the most undesirable part of the trip, though. But I'd rather take a ski lift.
Oh, yeah, man.
Like maybe like 2 blocks up. Oh, okay. You see all the cars. What time did you guys reach the top? 8:40, around 9 o'clock. So you guys were up there for a bit? Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. Yeah,
Good one.
all right. Next time we'll hike together. Right here. We'll start from the bottom.
Hey, I want to tell you about the Cucamonga. You did it.
We did it last weekend.
Is it a straight shot? No hay perdida?
I think it's harder than this.
When you get to the ice, yeah, it's harder.
Well, I mean, I haven't done this yet, but
I'm like, oh, you haven't hit that yet, so I don't know.
yeah, no, yeah, I know. All right, the more I advance on this mountain, the more I realize what a mammoth of a task it's going to be to get up to the top. Yeah, this is pretty steep right here. And look how far I've gone up from the part where it was level. It was barely getting started. You can see the trail where we came from, right there. And where I'm headed, up there. Okay, I don't know exactly where I'm in, but I know we're on the raw slopes of Mount Baldy somewhere. Not sure how much further, but this is pretty wicked right here. Well, I think I am on the bald part of Baldy because there's no trees around. It kind of looks like I'm on the moon. Ah, shit. Check this out. Out of the heat wave, all the heat wave, or I mean the heat wave that we just had over the last month, still managed to find snow up here. Little patch of snow. I would have thought all snow would have been melted. Right now we are approaching the top. I think that's little ways are up there. So we're approaching 10,000 feet. That's kind of neat to see the snow right here. This is it. We made it. Hey, you know what? That was wicked. So if you look around, there's nothing higher than us.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, that mountain over there, that's Baden Powell.
She has some, but he
Look.
has started that shot.
Whoa, what happened? They probably wouldn't go and get it.
That mountain over there is 9,000, I don't know, 800 or 900 feet. So that's close to the height that we are right now. But we're at the highest point around. Third highest point in Southern California.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was hard.
Hey, how long have you guys been here?
She's been here 2 days.
Huh?
Oh,
Maybe 3.
maybe
She
30
camped out
minutes,
here.
30 minutes. Maybe.
She's camped out here.
What'd you guys think about that last part?
Well, for us, it was not bad at all because we were anticipating that it was going to be brutal.
Yeah.
But then we got talking and like a deep conversation. It totally didn't.
Yeah, it
make
kind of
sense.
goes by, huh?
Yeah, that was cool. I thank you.
was.
But it was brutal.
Yay!
We'll take a group picture in a little bit. Oh, photo moment.
In the middle of the street.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's good. I just have a little crush right here.
Whoa. I want to be that bird. Yes. What did I do with my phone now? Oh, it's here.
Okay, so we're pretty much done with this hike. Took about a 20-minute break up here at the top. This is the peak. And what surprised me a little bit, I thought that the top of Baldy would be a much more broad top, to where there's not really any tight peak or anything like that. But actually it is kind of a tight little. That spot right there where all the people's at, that's a little tighter of a peak than I thought there was going to be. And that's where everybody's hanging out, right there at the top. I mean, it is kind of broad. There's no real major drop off. It's kind of round. But there is a tight top. So that's what's kind of neat. Over there, you see Interstate 15 right there. Going out to the desert. That goes towards Vegas over here. Very good views from 10,000 feet. Up here, there's usually I guess they have a lot of high winds, so they built these little rock structures. There's one there. There's one at the very top. It's protect against high winds. And since we've been here, we've already seen little dust devils. We've seen 3 or 4 little mini tornadoes, kind of little dust devils that have gone right through the crowd already. But yeah, this is quite a experience coming up here. Quite a climb, and it is my highest mountain climb yet. I found it to be pretty hard, probably as hard as Cucamonga Peak last week. Actually, the Cucamonga Peak hike was a little further than this hike, so you know, if I was to compare the two, I'd probably rate Cucamonga a little bit harder because just the distance is a little bit greater. But this hike actually had some of the most steepest climbs, but just not very far. I don't think that this hike wasn't as bad as I thought it might be. So I think this hike's doable for most people. Just gotta take your time, take breaks, and not overdo it. One of my next hikes is gonna be that mountain over there. Let's see. Yeah, that mountain right there is the actual highest mountain in Southern California, which is San Gorgonio. That mountain right there is 12,000 and so feet. That will be the #1 challenge, because that's a 20-mile round trip to get to the top of that thing. And that's Gorgonio there. Then if you look over here, way in the distance, that mountain right there, right there, that's San Jacinto. That's the second highest mountain in Southern California. That'll be one of the challenges. And then of course this mountain right here is the third highest mountain in Southern California. And we're on it right now. So, great hike. We're gonna be heading down and signing off.